Hello, hello. It is Carla Italiano coming to you live from Savannah, Georgia. Welcome to day 37 of our 90-day social media run. Today, we are continuing our week focused on product sales. And today's specific challenge and focus is about interviews. Going live or recording interviews and putting them on social media around a product story. And in today's training, we're going to share also 4 suggested questions to ask during that interview. So interviews are really powerful and they're very important to do. This just adds extra validation to what we're already experiencing with the products and what we're sharing with other people. Now, interviews can be done live on Instagram or on Facebook, on YouTube. I don't know that on YouTube you can go live with an interview, but what was suggested anyway, that when you go live on Facebook to download it and then upload it to YouTube. So that's probably going to be what you're going to see me do here. And then if you're on TikTok, of course, you can create a video that is like an interview style. So basically on each end, you're going to record it and then you're going to piece it together as a reel. And I hope this is coming through. I'm seeing my screen kind of pausing once in a while, but fingers crossed y'all are seeing this content. Great, because this is exciting. It will be short and sweet today. So interviews are important. The dare is to go live with someone and discuss their product stories. This can be a customer, this can be a downline, upline, sideline, someone in your company that uses the product that you sell, that you're promoting, and ask for their product story. It doesn't matter how long it is, as long as the details of the story get in there. It could be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15, 30 minutes. I mean, if you want to go longer than that, great. You might catch more people live, but they might not stick around for the whole time. So be creative, though. I'm curious what you guys think. So some suggested questions are, first, why did you start? Second, how long have you been using it? Third, what did you try before? Like, what else did you try to get those results? And fourth, why do you recommend that others do the same? So actually, the real suggestion is to have at least 3 of the 4 questions, but all 4 of those are great, and those are suggestions. If you are experienced at interviews, you can, go creative. However, if you're just starting out, this is a great place to start. And also, I've done a lot of interviews on podcasts, on for training calls for our team, for lives throughout the years, and these are pretty standard to how you share a story, or how I, as a leader, would coach someone to share the story. And that is actually one additional benefit to doing it this way, is that if you're doing it with one of your current team members, you're offering them the opportunity to train them on sharing their story. So a way you could approach it is ask somebody in your team, like, hey, or make a post, like, who would like some in-person one-on-one training? And whoever puts their hand up, you say, great, we're going to go live. I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to share your story. And then after it's done, I'm going to give you feedback. Does that sound fair? There's that question again. That should sound familiar. Does that sound fair? So you just do that. You interview a team member and then you give them feedback afterwards. And that is a sense of training, because we as network marketers and business owners in general are 2 things. Basically, we are professional problem solvers and we are professional storytellers. And so this is an opportunity to not only practice the skill ourselves, but through the interview process, coach our team into telling their story well, not to drag it on, to get to the point, to highlight the points that will impact the audience the most, and to keep it interesting, and to show, something I always do when I coach somebody to tell their story is to emphasize the before. So like emphasize, why did you start and what else did you try before? I think a lot of times when we share our stories, we have a tendency to, first of all, feel like we have to have incredible results to have a story, which isn't always the case. Of course, it is most likely if you have a great product like ours. But for example, if it's a weight loss product, some people, if they have a lot of weight to lose, well, I got to lose all the weight before I share with everyone. No, like, you don't have to really lose anything, because they say, what Tony Robbins says, happiness comes from progress. So even just the decision to move forward can give you enough excitement and belief to share with somebody else. But even just a little bit of progress can be enough to share and inspire others. And it's really the before piece, right? We can inspire people with our results, but really connect with them on our struggles and our challenges and the before piece of our story. So when you're interviewing someone, this is just my tip I'm adding on, really allow them and encourage them to emphasize the before piece. What were they trying? Where were they at? Because that's where you're really going to capture the attention of your audience, who's going to resonate like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm feeling the same too. Then what did they do? Then you can highlight the change and show, how this product worked for the other person. So I'm excited. I've already reached out and invited one of my team members to do this, and I'm sure she will. I haven't heard back yet. I just texted her right before hopping on. I have other people in mind too to do, because one thing that Fraser Brooks, our teacher for this class, did recommend is to do them often. I can't see where I wrote it down, but to do them often, because you're showing your audience that it's not just you talking about these products that you love. It's not just you and one other person, but it's a repeated number of people. And they start to think, oh my gosh, there's so many people who actually are transforming, actually are loving this product. They start to have FOMO. So that's an advantage of doing this often. So a hack for doing this on Facebook, I've seen this used and I've kind of played with it before, but it's been a few years. But there is a website, StreamYard.com. And I think I mentioned it maybe a couple sessions ago, but it's just easier to go live. I actually, on the last time we had an assignment to do an interview, which I did, it came through okay, but the video on the person I was interviewing was really pixelated and it was just not as good. So I'm going to go with the StreamYard and experiment with that. So trying something new. So watch for that. So on Facebook, you want to ideally use StreamYard to do your live interview. Oh, here's my note. The more you do these, the better. Right? Okay. On Instagram, then you'll want to use the Instagram app itself. So you go live in the app, and then you're going to look for the other person to join you, and they're going to request to join you. So you just want to coach them a little bit before that. And benefit of that is that you're both tagged, and both your followers and the other person's followers are going to see that you're going live. So that's cool. Another option for Instagram, it sounds like this will be an actual assignment down the road, is to go live with 4 people. So there's an opportunity to have quadrants of it. And I've heard from others who have done this, actually, it just takes a little bit more preparation because there is a higher probability of people speaking over each other and at the same time, and it's harder to manage that and for the audience to get the content. So you kind of need to pick a moderator to do that, but I'm assuming more of that's coming later. For YouTube, like I mentioned, download it from your Facebook Live and just upload it to YouTube. So watch for that here. I'm going to try to figure that out. And then on TikTok, get creative, create a short interview style reel where you get their answers and you can piece them together in a reel. Okay. So as far as the timeline for the assignment, do it today if you can, but mainly just arrange it today. Like reach out to the person that you want to do the interview with to start to set it up today, and then do it in the next few days. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to get it together to schedule wise today, but me and my first interview, and I'll be doing more of these. Hopefully we'll be going live the next couple days. Other things. Oh, just some quick notes. When you're doing the interview, after each question and answer, engage with the audience. Offer some sort of a natural call to action. Like, oh, does that resonate with you? Drop the word congrats in the chat, or tell us where you're watching from, and share what time it is there. After each question, drop an emoji if this is a question that you have also, or if you experience the same thing. And then of course at the end you could say, a lot of people have been asking how to get these products. If that's you, just comment whatever word in the comments and one of us will get with you. So the more content you create, the more visibility you have, the more chance for engagement, for conversations, for conversions, for sales, for team members, for money, for activity, for confidence, for belief. It's all a big cycle. So putting out content consistently is super important, and I'm really excited for this assignment today. So thanks for joining in. We'll see you tomorrow for our next class.